Hello guys, welcome to my State of the Twins episode. It's been a while because I double checked. It's been 3 weeks since my last State of the Twins episode because I remember that it was right after the trade deadline. But since then, I took some notes. Since the end of July, the Twins have gone 12-8, which is good. That's a winning record. That's good. Currently, they are 2.5 games behind the Cleveland Guardians and are currently tied with the Kansas City Royals, but we do own the tiebreaker because we beat the Royals in the season series. So, if anything, if we end up tied with them, maybe Cleveland falls a little bit and we end up tied with them for the last, at the end of the season, we would be division champions. So that's just an example. We're currently the 5th seed. We would play Baltimore if the season ended today, right now. And then looking at the upcoming schedule, we got 3 games against the St. Louis Cardinals, which I see very winnable series. Cardinals are currently sub 500. 3 games against Atlanta, which is tough. They are competing for the playoffs. So that's going to be a little bit of a tougher series. And then 3 games against Toronto, once again, sub 500, winnable. So, preferably, I would prefer if over that stretch the Twins go 7-2 or 6-3. Preferably just win each series. You win 2 out of 3 against all 3 of those teams. That's 6-3 right there, and then 18-11. That's a pretty good stretch. Or 7-2. 19-10, even better. So, and it bugs the crap out of me when I see stuff like, they fucking blew a game against the Padres a couple days ago where they were up, and then, of course, Rocco decided to put Okert in, and he blew it. And it's like, sometimes I think Rocco just focuses too much on the analytics, and he just needs to turn off his brain and just, go with logic. It's not that hard. This team can be so much better. It's just, obviously, there's roster construction is one thing that I know I've talked about in the past, but, that is what it is. Sorry, I just got a notification. Ignoring that, not important. And injuries have been a problem this season. Royce Lewis has been injured for a good chunk of the season. Byron Buxton, he was healthy. But then, of course, he got an injury, which is it's just so Byron Buxton. And then, of course, Carlos Correa, with that damn plantar fasciitis, he still hasn't returned. He's been out since the All-Star break. Good fucking God. If we can just stay healthy. I don't want, knock on wood, stay healthy, Twins. But, yeah, I don't know. My Pride Minnesota Twins shirt, really, really nice. I like it. But yeah, we're coming down the home stretch. It's almost September, so, Twins, unless something really, really bad happens, once again, knock on wood, they should make the playoffs. Their opponent to be determined. I pray, hope to God, once again, knock on wood. Please, God. Not the goddamn Yankees. Anyone else but the Yankees, I'll be glad with. Right now, if it's anything that's all possible, so as a 5th seed, like I said, we would face Baltimore. If the Yankees can win the AL East, then Baltimore would be the wild card, so that's preferable. And then there's also, if the Twins do fall to the 6th seed, we would play the winner. Most likely, right now, we would play the winner of the AL West, which looks like the Houston Astros, or it could be the Seattle Mariners. That's actually a more preferable matchup also than the goddamn Yankees. So, yeah. all three, I mean, Baltimore, I mean, if I were to put in likelihood of who would be out of those three, obviously Seattle's at the top. Then Houston's gettable this year. I mean, last year is a little bit different. This year, I think we can beat them. I really do believe we can beat them. I mean, we beat them pretty well earlier this season, and we almost had that dramatic comeback that I was in attendance for, where we were down, I think it was 8 runs in the 9th inning, and we came back to within 1 because of a freaking, grand slam by Carlos Correa. But of course, we were just short. So yeah, Seattle obviously I think would be the most beatable. Then Houston, then Baltimore. I mean, I still think we could beat them. And it'd probably take 3 games, but I think we can beat them. I think, all 3 of those opponents would probably take 3 games, but I think we can beat them all. Yankees, no. If previous history indicates that is not going to happen. All right. So yeah. Then I guess I can talk a little bit about the MLB for just a little bit. Sorry. MLB talk. Just a little bit. I just want to increase the length of this video. Chicago White Sox, man. Talk about history. Not even the end of August, and they're already eliminated from playoff contention. The earliest ever team to be eliminated from playoff contention. I mean, White Sox are a rival of the Twins, so I couldn't really give 2 fucks, but God, do I feel sorry for that fan base. Just to see it go absolutely down the toilet. It's been down the toilet for years. So, I don't know when they're going to, determine if anything else. I guess I could talk about who I think would be the most likely World Series matchup. I think for the NL, I think it has to be the Dodgers. I mean, the Phillies were a hot team, and then after the All-Star break, they've kind of gone. So I would say the Dodgers. And then the AL, I think, is wide fucking open, honest to God. It's probably going to be someone from the AL East. I think probably the Yankees, maybe even the Orioles. I don't think the Astros and the Mariners. Pray hope to God it's not the Guardians or the Royals. But, yeah. So right now, I think definitely the Dodgers on the NL side. AL side, I still think it's TBD. So yeah, that's my State of the Twins episode and very, very brief MLB talk. I'll try to do these weekly from now on. All really depends on what kind of transpires and anything like that. So, yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys later.